33-story hotel and condo project.
I'd probably be
okay,
like
like
that.
Stop. Tap.
This is a plan by the community for the community.
This one here. Showed me.
No problem, Ken. Thanks for having me.
It's Kent Molgat for Kelowna Now. And we're joined by Monica Klanyi, the director of the Kelowna campus of Vancouver Career College. And when we look out our window here from Kelowna Now, probably one of the most affected by all of the things associated with this Cornerstone emergency shelter. So I just wanted to hear from you, Monica, how this shelter has affected you and the students that attend to Vancouver Career College.
Well, in the winter time of 2017-2018, we were, well, over the years we have been affected quite a bit. Not coming in safely to our building in the first thing in the morning, or not leaving at night upon closure. It's been a challenge.
What sort of things interfere?
So some of the things that we had a camp outside our entrances. So we had to use all 3 exits to get out of the building.
So in other words, you go to use an exit and you simply can't, and you have to go a different way.
We simply can't. That's correct.
And when people are camping, like, what does that look like?
They're fully camped in. They have their sleeping bags. They have their carts. They have maybe put a tent and attached it to our building. And they are unwilling to move. That's so we couldn't open the door.
Well, hold on a minute. You'll actually have occasion to ask these people, could you please move so we can get in and out?
They
and
wouldn't.
They're saying no.
That's correct. So at that time, we have had a few occasions when students were stuck inside the building. And we called at that time, depends on the time of day. First thing in the morning, we have we couldn't get in. So we have used downtown Kelowna, our property management. And upon refusal, then we waited between 15 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes. And then we would use the RCMP. And then at that point in time, then they would move.
So this is more than just an inconvenience. It must be pretty unsettling for people to go through this.
That's correct. That's correct.
How does it affect your students' ability to come in there and learn?
So some of the students would have liked to come a little bit earlier just to catch up on their studies, or they would like to stay late. At this point in time, I made arrangements for the students I have extra security inside the building, and the students are not feeling safe. They feel that they want to make sure that there is somebody left on premises. And at times, downtown Kelowna has escorted the students from our school to their car.
Right.
To our vehicle.
It must be difficult for you to attract new students when they look at the building and see all of this.
That's correct. At times we have found challenges that the students called in from, I would say, interior BC or northern BC, and they found out that we're on Legon Avenue, and they chose to go to another campus.
So you could say that it affects enrollment.
Absolutely. Absolutely affects enrollment. We haven't had a tremendous decrease at this point in time, but some of the cohorts were supposed to start in the spring. They now move to the fall.
Now, you were saying that in the beginning, you're a compassionate person. You don't want someone to be freezing out on the street. You actually supported this as an emergency facility.
That's correct.
But it's still, it was supposed to be for a few months. Now it's been extended a year. Can you carry on with another year of things as they are?
No. Right now we're looking at, so initially it was as a temporary solution. And I don't want people to be out on the street and hungry and not having their essentials for life. Our school is nurses and registered massage therapists and healthcare assistants, social workers, who are very passionate about supporting less fortunate.
Right.
Now, that is...
I'm just saying, like, can you just carry on? Could you just sort of, what do they say, suck it up and carry on?
No, we're looking at different demographics. Once I found out that we had another extension for 2 months, and that's what I found out, I was not pleased. And now we're looking at a potential year of extension. our company in the Lower Mainland looking at moving our facility.
Right. And there's other businesses. There's a Korean restaurant across the street. Do you think that if it remains, do you see this as being an exodus, like businesses?
I think most people, they're going to feel unsafe. I don't think they want to stay here for a long period of time. I cannot see this going on for years to come. I think this shelter as a temporary solution was great. They need to move out. We don't want to have, you're in Leon Street and all of the businesses in here are affected. We have 3 shelters facilities to accommodate temporary housing, and I think they need to be relocated somewhere else, because this is just not what we want to have in downtown Kelowna.
Right. It must be difficult for you to say that. Like you're saying in the beginning, these are compassionate people. They're learning about careers like nursing and whatnot. You don't want to be the one saying no somewhere else, but.
Yeah, unfortunately my priority is it is a business that we're running, and the safety of my staff and the students are very important for me and to our company. So I need to look at that aspect of too as well.
When I look at it, it seems like it's the scale of it. I think that probably the businesses around here could handle some small degree of what's happening if it was a smaller number of people, but it just seems to be the sheer volume of it is just sort of over the top. It becomes, instead of just the occasional problem, it's just so big.
It is, and I don't think that they were counting on. Initially, I thought we had about 30 to 40 people. That's what I kind of heard, and now we're looking at 80 to 100 people, and also not only the shelter itself, but also what's going on in our neighborhood, and the drug dealing and the mess and the debris that's left after, and the aggressiveness of some of the behaviors from the facility that I'm quite concerned about.
Have you expressed yourself to the authorities, the city, BC Housing?
Well, I haven't been much involved so far because...
Well, you've got a business to run, for one thing.
That's true. I thought it was a temporary solution. I thought this is something that, because it helped temporarily, in the winter, I thought, okay, this is something that I could deal with it and increase my security within, and putting up fencing and looking at security within the parameters here. And this was something that I don't have to deal with for a long period of time. Now this is different. Yeah. And this changes my outlook on having the shelter here.
So it sounds like the bottom line is either they change or move Cornerstone, or Vancouver Career College has to find a different home.
Exactly, that's correct.
All right.
They can't be here.
Monica Klanyi from Vancouver Career College, thank you for coming in. You're watching Kelowna Now.
Thank you.